Hey guys, welcome back to another Milsurp Man video. I'm extremely excited what I got to showcase for you guys today. This is going to be a brand new offering from Kimber. I really appreciate Kimber sending out this beautiful next generation M1911 pistol. And guys, you know I love a classic, and I love nothing more than a new take on an old design, bringing it to the next generation. And that's what we're going to be taking a look at, the Kimber next generation M1911 pistol. Stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, we got our camera moved in a little bit closer so we can take a better look at this brand new offering from Kimber. This is going to be the 1911 next generation system. I'm super excited to talk about it. There's a lot to unpack here, lots of neat new features Kimber's added on these guns. Kind of breathe a breath of fresh air in this old design. I really appreciate Kimber sending this out to me to take a look at. There was no exchange of money, they just offered to send it out, and I was very excited to review it for you guys and kind of showcase what Kimber's offering now. These guns do ship standard in kind of a soft range bag style case. It does have your accessory compartment in the front, which includes your accessory kit for your next generation 1911, as well as a manual, a sticker, and your barrel bushing tool, as well as a wrench. So all the goodies to be able to maintain, as well as add your optic plate. We do see in our secondary compartment, it does have a spot for additional magazines, as well as ammo storage. The guns do ship standard with 2 factory magazines, whether it be 45 or 9mm. Inside the main compartment, we do see our brand new 1911 next generation system, as well as 2 additional slots for another handgun if you so choose to use this as a range bag. But anyway, here's our star of the show. We got our brand new 1911 next generation from Kimber. I'm super excited to talk about it, guys. Look at that beautiful 1911. Without further ado, let's go ahead and do a safety check, make sure our magazine's clear, as well as our chamber. Do a safety check, safety on. Like I said, guys, there's a lot to unpack here, the features on this gun, so let's go ahead and do a quick rundown and talk about it. So I apologize for being long-winded. We do see here at our muzzle, Kimber does opt out to use a standard GI style guide rod system, which I do like. It offers kind of a more easy to maintain. You don't have to use a takedown tool. Let's say if you do have a full-length guide rod, have to use a tool to take your 1911 apart. On these, it's a standard 1911 takedown system, so I really appreciate that for ease of maintenance and ease of takedown. We do see our muzzle here is kind of recessed into our barrel bushing and is kind of contoured. That ensures that the muzzle is protected and you don't nick it if you go to holster it or anything. Just protects your muzzle, and it's extra little security there. We do see in our slide kind of this more modern cut here. Very nice. Looks really, really good. This gun does have front slide serrations that are aggressive and easy to grab from the front if you so charge 1911 from the front. Very, very nice. This is the stainless models. We can see here they do offer this gun in a stainless steel as well as a 2-tone, which is very nice. We do see our guns now are being manufactured in Troy, Alabama, which I really, really, really like that. If you don't know, older Kimber's kind of had a problem with the quality control, the ones made in New York. So looks like they've switched management and changed plants, and now they're cranking out some really, really nice stuff from what I'm seeing here. We do see our Kimber roll mark, as well as rearward slide serrations and a small but noticeable chamber indicator right there. Our slide stop is kind of recessed into the frame just slightly to make it easier to take down when you push through. We do have a 4 to 5 pound match trigger, which I really like, guys. Feels really, really good. Let's go ahead and do that check. Oh yeah, nice clean break. Let's check the reset. Very, very nice, guys. Really enjoy that trigger. We can do see here on our side, that's probably one of the big things the 1911 guys has noticed. This gun does have an external extractor. Now, Kimber's not the first ones to do this. This is very reminiscent of a Smith & Wesson E-Series, but it does kind of make sense for this to be a new modern take. This is a newer design for a 1911, and you may ask, what's the benefits to an external extractor versus an internal extractor a standard 1911 has? Well, apparently these are a little bit stronger as far as extracting casings out of the chamber. You can see here this piece of metal is a lot thicker. It's easier to maintain and get in there and change it out. And also, like I just said, it is a thicker piece of metal, so it's going to last longer for higher round counts and is more reliable and consistent with extracting. Keep getting that mixed up. Do see our Kimber marking here. We do see on top this gun is optic cut. Now, standard optic or standard plate on this is your standard iron sights with a U-notch and red in the rear or red in the front, U-notch in the rear, which I really, really like. This gun does come in the accessory kit with RMR or SRO optic plates, so it's ready to go if you have one of those optics right out of the box to mount on there, which is really, really nice. We do see our ambidextrous extended safety that is very tactile, unlike our Colt unboxing video where it was just straight mush. I really like that in the 1911. It's very tactile. You hear it's positive engage, a positive disengage, you know it's on there. No mushiness, it's just very, real solid. I really like that. We do have a extended safety, grip safety / beaver tail. Keeps you from getting a nice little slide bite. That's always good on a 1911. And we see here our frame is bobbed, which really I don't see any kind of benefit or disadvantage to that. It looks really good, it feels great, but it just feels like a standard 1911. I really like it though. It looks good and it's really nice on this design. So that's one offering that they do offer, as well as a aluminum mainspring housing. Colt, you can take some notes, and they have constant plastic mainspring housings on their guns, and that is, to me, gross. Kimber has a nice metal and aluminum mainspring, which is very, very nice. We do see on our grips here, this is kind of like a mixture between old versus new. We have our standard wood with our kind of our G10 style made into it, and it feels really, really good, in addition with our front strap here, which is something you usually see on higher end 1911s, but at the price point Kimber's offering these for, I think is very, very nice. Very nice. 1911 filled with lots of features, guys. So that's pretty much the only thing they've done to these guns, the features I've went over here. I'm very excited to take it out of the range and shoot some rounds through it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and head back to the range, fire some rounds through it. All right, guys, we're back here at the range. Got our Kimber next generation M1911, and you can see downrange, I kind of forgot some targets. I thought I had some shooting seeds in the truck to slap on that piece of cardboard to kind of see where we're hitting, so I had to kind of do some rudimentary style stuff and draw a big circle on there, and I've just been kind of aiming at some white dots, so I do apologize for not having the best targets. So that kind of sparked the idea. It's not necessarily doing accuracy right now, but let's do reliability. I've got a big mixed bag of 9mm ammo here, and we have some hollow points, which I think is very interesting to try out in a 9mm 1911, like we done mentioned. If you don't know, in the past, we mentioned in the video, Kimbers aren't necessarily known for their out-of-box reliability. I do believe they recommended in the old days to firing approximately 300 rounds to get a break-in period with them. So you've seen our first shots in the intro, flawless function. Also a magazine of those ammunition that we fired were hollow points, spear gold dots. So excellent reliability so far. So I thought, while you guys watch me, we would go ahead and take our factory magazines that these guns shipped with, 2 9-round magazines. We'd load them up and just continue shooting and see what reliability's like. So without further ado, let's go ahead and try it out. Flawless lock back. Let me grab my other magazine I stuck foolishly in this pocket for some reason. And lock back. Let's go ahead and do our second round. Alright guys, this is our final round of mixed bag 115 grain. So far, flawless function. I'm very, very impressed. So let's go ahead and shoot through these and swap ammo and see how it does. Locked back every time. That was probably a couple boxes, if not 150 rounds of 9mm we just shot. I'll count it up. It could have been a little bit less. I'll count it up in the video and put our totals where we're at right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and switch over to another ammo. I'm very impressed so far. Like I said, I've not stopped on this gun other than the low magazines, because I only have 2 9mm 1911 magazines. So hopefully I can get some hands on more, do some more thorough testing. Right now, this gun's extremely hot. But let's keep going, see what she's made out of. All right guys, I've got 2 magazines loaded up with this Patriot Sports. This is 124 grain, made in the Czech Republic, non-corrosive. I'm assuming this is probably S&B repackaged, but It is 124 grain, so might be a little hotter than 80 spec stuff. Let's go ahead and try it out and see how it does in our Kimber. Like I said, I got 2 magazines loaded up here, and let's try it out. Okay, that was my fault. I didn't have the magazine all the way seated in. So let's try it now. So far, so good. Guys, this guy is just eating whatever I throw in it, and is extremely hot, but we're going to keep going. Alright guys, last round of our 124 grain. Let's see how she does. That was the last of the box. Like I was trying to say, that was the last of the box. The reason that magazine was short, but flawless function, guys. Color me impressed. Let's move on to something a little more interesting. Alright guys, we're moving on to something a little bit more interesting. We got some Winchester silver tip loaded up in my magazine. I've got 8 rounds loaded in here, so not a full mag. These are 115 grain. Some of my favorite ammo to carry. I just love this stuff. Always been good performance for me. So if I'm going to carry this gun or consider it in any kind of other and serious aspect of my life, I'm going to see how it functions at hollow points, right? So, got her magazine loaded. Let's see how she does. And locked back. Guys, I'm very, very impressed. We didn't have a single malfunction out of this gun. We can see how dirty our gun is in there. I mean, absolutely filthy. Not a single malfunction. That is the first rounds that we fired out of this gun. It is extremely hot to the touch. We fired it non-stop, other than change or load magazines rather. As fast as I could get it anyway. Like I said, I apologize not be able to see quite how good the accuracy is. But reliability, I'm very impressed, guys. Very, very impressed. This offering from Kimber. Super impressed. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get off the range and let's talk about it a little bit more. So I hope you guys enjoyed taking a closer look at this all new offering from Kimber. This is the next generation 1911 system. As you can see at the range, we had some very, very nice success with this gun. 0 malfunctions out of the box, all those magazines. I'll be sure to put in the corner how many rounds we fired. I'll have to go through and count, but we fired quite a bit out of that first session, and that was the first shots fired out of this pistol, and 0 malfunctions. Very, very impressive. If you don't know, Kimber was kind of ubiquitous or known in the past for having several malfunctions out of the box out of their older pistols made in New York. These guns under new management, 0 malfunctions, 0 problems, and I look forward to doing some more accuracy tests in the future. I do apologize to you guys for not being able to get a proper accuracy review, but hopefully reliability right now is the main important out of this Kimber to kind of see how it does, especially with different hollow points, different ammo. Hope that kind of gives you a sample set of how these guns do. Like I did mention, this gun is a 9mm. They do offer it in 45, as well as 2 different finish variations with a 2-tone, as well as this brushed stainless, which I really, really like. Makes the gun look very attractive. And yeah, really appreciate Kimber sending this out, guys. They should be dropping in your distributors and local gun stores very soon. I really appreciate Kimber sending this out. Like I said, they didn't have to, but they told me to be 100% honest, and there's nothing bad I can say about it right now. It's just running, and it's running great. So I'm very, very impressed compared to what Kimber has done in the past. Looks like they're doing a great job. Hopefully they keep up the good work. So if you enjoy this kind of Mill Cert Man content on the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps me get out there to get to manufacturers to get stuff like this to you, to be 100% honest with you, 100% transparent, and helps me be able to fund stuff on my channel to showcase to you guys. So without further ado, guys, it's going to conclude our video. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. God bless.